Today, WWE.com revealed some upcoming Mattel releases, Elites, Basics, Ultimates, and we're going to check them out. Alright, so we're going to kick off the discussion by checking out WWE Mattel Basic 118. First up, we're going to check out the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Now, he comes with his signature baggy pants, his taped hands, which you can see a little bit of his tattoo peeking out, a white belt, and a purple hoodie. The hoodie is pretty cool. It's a sculpted hoodie, and the hood is down on the back. He's got an excellent head scan, and come to think about it, has Jeff ever had a bad head scan in his Mattel tenure? I'm really not sure he has. They've really nailed it every single time, and with this True Effects, he's one person that it really just brings out all of the details of his facial hair, his eyes, and his overall persona. Great job, Mattel, on this basic. Probably one of the better basics in quite some time. Next up is a guy who I personally love, but he has plagued my local Walmarts with his Top Picks basics. It is Finn Balor. He comes in a darker shade of blue than the Top Picks basic. He comes with a single armband on his right and a sleeve on his left. One thing about this figure that separates it from others is this angry head scan. He's got the angry eyebrows, the gritted teeth. I just don't know how I feel about it. It kind of looks like Finn, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. Not my favorite Finn Balor figure, but still an updated one nonetheless that I think some people really wanted based on his current persona in NXT. Here we see the second figure of one half of the Viking Raiders, Eric. Now, he comes with a split gray and blue trunks. He's got the wrap around the waist. One thing about this figure that I noticed, despite it having the same head scan from his Elite figure, I think that the girth on this body is much more fitting to the real life Eric. Another thing I'm surprised about is the amount of detail in the tattoos that they included. I was honestly really expecting Mattel to go the t-shirt route, because a lot of the stuff that the Viking Raiders have been doing on Raw when they're seen backstage, they're wearing their Viking Raiders t-shirts, and I really thought they were going to go the cheap way, skip out on his tattoos, and basically just put him in a t-shirt, so I'm very happy to see that. He's got the blue and black paint on the right side of his face. Really cool figure. I think that the basics are really starting to improve as far as detail. Next up, we have the other half of the Viking Raiders, Ivar. While I think they improved the body sculpt on Eric, I think they did Ivar a little bit of a disservice. I think they made him a little bit too flabby, a little bit too out of shape. It almost looks like they took the Heavy Machinery body mold and just threw it right on him. The entrance garb is pretty cool. He's got the detail on the wrist tape, his knee pad, and he's got the blue and black to match Ivar's face paint. Still a cool figure. Happy that he didn't get a t-shirt mold, but they did do his tattoo on his calf. Overall, not bad, not great. I think the Eric is a little bit better. Next up is a first time in the line, and you guys know I love the first timers. It's Austin Theory, and he also happens to be the standard and chase figure in this set. Pretty cool to have your first time figure end up actually being two. He has the black tights that say All Day with the Austin Theory logo on the front, his basic wrist tape, and a pretty solid head scan, I would say, for a first time figure. It's not neutral, it's not screaming, but he's got like a little bit of a smirk and these cocky eyes with the eyebrows. Really cool. I think it looks just like him. He's pretty shredded. Great likeness on your first figure. Not sure which one is the chase or the standard, because we have the black tights here, and that traditionally has been the chase, but we also have this red tights edition, which personally I think looks better, but based on how WWE.com showed these figures, it almost seems as if the red is going to be the chase figure. Only time will tell, but it wasn't really confirmed here or there. Great head scan again on the red tights, but I just think they pop more and they just look a little bit cooler as far as action figures go. So pretty cool first time figures for Austin Theory. First up, taking a look at Elite 85 is the man Becky Lynch. She comes in her all black gear with the white striping on her boots. She comes with interchangeable hands, the Money in the Bank briefcase, as well as the women's title. Now this is depicting when she had the women's title inside the Money in the Bank briefcase to hand over to Asuka to pretty much declare her the new champion when she was taking time off to become a mother. I think it's really cool to include this in the line because it was a special moment for not only fans and figure collectors, but for her and Seth. So pretty cool figure. Not something I expected, but I think it's awesome that they depicted this in figure form. Next up is Alistair Black, one of the most toyetic guys on the current roster, and I think we all saw this figure coming. His Wrestlemania 36 Elite. His gear itself is kind of plain as far as black goes, besides his one knee pad, but the entrance jacket is incredible. The fine detail that Mattel did, 2 thumbs up. Gold accenting, but his tattoos really pop on every single one of his Elites because they really go full in on the detail. I don't think we need too many Alistair Black heads because I think this stone face really fits his persona perfectly. Great figure, not one I'm necessarily going to pick up, but I think it looks awesome. Next up is a figure that I think everybody's going to want to jump on when Elite 85 is released. It's Yard Undertaker from Wrestlemania 36 against AJ Styles. He's got the all-leather gear from the motorcycle. He comes with the shovel and an updated head scan that personally I think is incredible. He has a removable headband, but that head scan, it looks just like current Undertaker. One of, if not the best Undertaker head scans in my personal opinion. Definitely have to pick this up, and I'm not too fond on picking up updated versions of Legends. I usually only stick with their legendary looks, but this is a figure that I think I must have. Next up is another figure that's probably going to make me break my rules of only getting Legends and only getting first-time figures, and that is Liv Morgan. I'm a big Liv Morgan fan. She's a Jersey girl, and I absolutely loved when she wore this attire. The all-black, leathery-looking attire, very sexy. She had the knee pads and the garter on the left leg. She comes with the L-shaped hands as well as the white fingernails and the white entrance coat, the choker, and an awesome head scan that I think fits her perfectly. This is almost a perfect Elite. Honestly, it may be a perfect Elite. I can't really think of anything that I would change about it or add to it. They really, really nailed this look for Liv, and I'm excited for her to get another Elite. Here we have a first-time figure in the line, Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, whatever you want to call him, and he comes with interchangeable hands, the black leather entrance jacket, all black gear with his logo on the left side, great detail on the tattoos, and I think it's a pretty good head scan. It's not perfect. I think the number one thing that this figure is missing is his stubble on his head. They kind of cut that out and just made him bald, and I think it really throws off the whole look of the head. He traditionally always kind of has stubble on his head, and even if you look at the figure on the box, he has that slight stubble, and I think it would have been a great job to really add that and really take this figure over the top. It's kind of funny that so many figures in this set are wearing almost all black gear, but I'm here for it. Another first time in the line figure, even though the box doesn't state it, is this collector's edition, I believe Walmart exclusive, Kama Mustafa. Now Kama comes with the gold chain where he took the Undertaker's urn and melted it down into a chain and wore it. Really cool touch. I think it looks incredible. The head scan looks like him, but also in some respects doesn't. It could be better. I think he's got kind of a fat head in my personal opinion. Great detail on the tattoos. My only gripe, honestly, is that they didn't include the first time in the line tag. I know he's had a Godfather figure, but come on. And finally, a figure I'm very excited about because you guys know I'm a big Bray Wyatt mark. It's Bray Wyatt in his Funhouse gear, and he comes with Huskus the Pig Boy, the missing piece of the Firefly Funhouse puppets. Actually very cool to have this in action figure form. And this is much better than the Ringside Collectibles exclusive, in my opinion, because I like the sculpted sweater. He's got the collar coming out from underneath. Great head scan. The colors on the pants seem a little bit off. I know what they were going for. It just seems a little bit off to me. Overall, I think it's a great figure. Obviously, I'm going to pick it up. Even if it was nothing like what Bray Wyatt wears, I would pick it up because I have to have all of his figures. Really cool figure. Love Huskus. Great job. Next up, we have the Ultimate Edition Edge, and he's got this additional screaming head scan, the entrance jacket with the jacket arms that you can interchange. The gear is almost perfect, very reminiscent of what he wore, and I think that this head is probably, to this date, the best Mattel head that Edge has gotten. I always thought that Jax did really great on his head scans. They always came out looking just like him, but there's always been some misses as far as what Mattel has put out, but I think these two really nail his look. Maybe it's the True Effects, not sure, but definitely going to pick this figure up. And the other figure from this Ultimate set is the Macho Man Randy Savage. I don't think that they've ever done a bad Macho Man figure as far as Elites go, and here we have the Ultimate version. He's got the entrance jacket and the entrance hat, which are very reminiscent of the Hasbro figure that came out in his jacket and hat gear. Really like it, which makes it almost a must get for me because I love Hasbro's and I love Mattel counterparts. The heads are pretty good. Overall, it's a great figure. There's nothing bad you can say about it. It's very toyetic. It's Macho Man. They're always great. You gotta pick it up, right? And here's a picture of him wearing the jacket. Come on, how could I not get that? The entrance glasses, the jacket, the hat, gotta pick it up. Next up, I'll be honest, is an Elite 2-pack that I really don't care too much about. It's cool, it's just not something I'm gonna pick up. It's Triple H versus Jeff Hardy from SmackDown. Triple H has the Intercontinental title, which it's the oval one. It's my absolute favorite title of all time. It's just not a moment that really meant too much to me personally. The Jeff's pretty cool. He's got the Hardy Boys basketball style jersey. He's got the chain. He's got the red hair. He also comes with an interchangeable shirt. It's the mesh style shirt that he was famous for wearing back then. Both figures look great. They're phenomenal. There's nothing bad that I can say about these figures. I think they look great. It's just not a set that I need in my collection. I'm not a huge Triple H mark. I'm not a huge Jeff Hardy mark. So this is an easy pass for me, but I know that this is on a lot of people's want list, and it looks great. Moving on to the Amazon exclusive Fan Takeover Elite Series 2 set. This is the final set that's going to be Elites. First up, we have Johnny Gargano, and he comes in his Wolverine style gear. This is a figure that initially I was like, I don't really need another Johnny Gargano. Easy pass for me, but now seeing the Wolverine entrance jacket and his trunks and his knee pads, I think I need to pick this figure up just because it's so toyetic and it looks incredible. Johnny, he collects toys. He collects action figures and collectibles. He knows what's going to look good, and I feel like he really strives for that, and he did a great job, and I'm so glad that this is the Johnny Gargano that won in the Fan Takeover. Next up is Christian, and he comes with the Cloth Goods Hit the Switch t-shirt, the light blue with the switch on it. Really cool. He also has my favorite tights that he ever wore, which are the gold and silver on black. Really cool logos, and I just think it always popped. He has the World Heavyweight Championship. Really cool figure. It's very reminiscent of one of the Build-A-Figure sets back in the day. I already had it, got rid of it, and kind of regretted it, so I might have to pick this figure up. I think the head scan looks great, especially with the True Effects. Overall, I mean, it's a Christian figure. We've gotten so many different styles in this style gear, but I love the purple, so I'm glad they went with purple. Really cool figure. Probably going to pick it up. I mean, I'm an Amazon guy, so I'll probably just pull the trigger randomly one day. And here we have the only figure that I knew I was going to get, and that's X-Pac in his NWO gear. Really cool, something that we've never gotten before, and he has the removable cane mask, which apparently fits on his head according to some of the pictures. He's got the two sweet hands, the chop hands, and the neutral open hands. He's got a removable headband and a new head scan that I'm on the fence about. Like, it kind of looks like him. I can see what they were going for, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. I think it's one of those things where I'm going to buy it and I'll make my decision in hand. But right now, I understand why they went with the closed mouth, because we have so many X-Pac 6 Elites and action figures with the tongue out. So we needed a closed mouth one, but I mean, we'll see what it looks like in person. Here we have a young Randy Orton. He comes with the interchangeable pose hands, Intercontinental title, a microphone, and my favorite gear that I think he ever wore, which is the light blue with the gold and black tribal, the Orton tribal. That's very reminiscent of his tattoos. And he has only a few tattoos. This is way before he got the full sleeves. And of course, that young Randy head scan where he has a little bit more hair than he has now, but not as long as when he first debuted. It's like that in between. This is the Randy Orton that I remember growing up in high school watching. I don't think I need this because of the Decade of Domination figure, but at the same time, he does have my favorite tights. So this is going to be a game time decision for me, but overall, it's a great figure for Randy. So there we have it. Today we got reveals of WWE Mattel Basic 118. We saw Elite 85. We saw the Fan Takeover series. We saw the Elite 2-pack of Jeff Hardy and Triple H. We also saw the new Ultimates of Macho Man and Edge. Really cool stuff. There's really nothing that I saw that I can actually actively complain about. I think that with all the competition between AEW and WWE right now, that everybody's putting in their best work possible, putting their best foot forward. So it's really exciting for action figure collecting fans coming forward. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel and helps us get out there and improve our engagement. So thank you to all who continue to do that. Love interacting with you guys. Don't forget to add us on Instagram at FigHeel, not Unreleased Wrestling Figs. And we will see you soon with some new videos. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at FigHeel and at Unreleased Wrestling Figs. And you can visit the merch store at Pro Wrestling Tees and check out the Unreleased Wrestling Figure coloring books available now on Amazon.com, including Prime shipping.